Hi and happy Friday night, everybody. This is Christine and I'm coming to you live from my makeshift hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I don't have a class for you tonight. I don't have any cards I'm sharing, but I do have lots of information I want to share with you on an event that I have coming up in January. The event I have coming up is called the Winter Creative Escape, and it is January 9th and 10th in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And I just saw my notification pop up. I was gonna try to watch it popped up there, so I know I'm live, but just un momento, por favor. I can get it so I can watch comments and see who is following along with me. This will take me another 5 seconds. Hang tight. Here it is. Okay. Yay. Linda's already on. Chris is on. Okay, perfect. So this, the time I want to spend with you now is just to create a quick video to tell you all these questions and answers that you may have and I have answers for on the Winter Creative Escape. The Winter Creative Escape is the second time I'm doing it. I did it this past January and it was such a huge success that people wanted to do it again. Hi Kathy, hi Janet. So it's going to be January 9th and 10th in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. It's going to be an in-person event and also a virtual online as well. And a lot of people are uncertain, and I think there's a lot of questions going on about, how will it all work if I do this virtually? And I just talked to somebody today and we went through all the different things and I'm like, oh my gosh, if she has questions about this event, then other people will have it as well. So, hi Sandy. So this is a demonstrator, a Stampin' Up demonstrator event. I'm putting this event on for Stampin' Up demonstrators who just want to get crafty, get creative, be inspired. The new spring catalog is going live January 5th, and demonstrators can get their hands on the catalog now. It's actually online, and they're being mailed out to demonstrators right now. Hi Diane, hi Kim. So this video is basically for people who are demonstrators with Stampin' Up or are considering becoming demonstrators for Stampin' Up. So because you can sign up anytime. If you are going to sign up in December or if you're going to sign up in January and you're going to sign up, I'll still accept you as long as you're a demonstrator come January. So, hi Judy Immel. So, I was talking to Kathy about it today. There's so many Kathys in my life. So this was Kathy Fox. And she's like, well, we went through all these different questions she had. So I thought, well, maybe I'm going to run through these. And then I'm going to post the link to this video in my Cards by Crispy website for the event, so that if you guys are reading the details on the event, then you can always click on this video, because I know that I can write things and there's a book in there and you can read things 100 times, but you still might not catch everything. So sometimes it's good to hear things as well as to read and see things. So, all right, we already said that it's January 9th and 10th. So it's a day and a half of fun and crafting. There's an in-person aspect to it. I can't promise anybody. I am not a fortune teller. I don't know anything about what's going to happen with COVID in January. I can't tell you. But I have to hope and pray that by January things have maybe settled down a little bit. And you guys have to take into discretion your own health and your own, take that into your own hands. And you have to determine, can you do this event in person, or is it better to do it virtually and online? And you're trying to figure out, well, what's better for me and what will I get out of each event? They're the same event. It's just what you're going to get out of it if it's virtual versus in person. So basically, I'm going to kind of say the in-person, you can show up on Friday night at the hotel, or you could show up Saturday morning, and it starts at 9 a.m. and it's going to go till 5:30, and then there's dinner and an optional shoebox swap for people that are in person. And then we start on Sunday morning at 9, and it goes until about 1:30, 2 o'clock maybe, and then we kind of tear it all down. And I have the entire ballroom reserved, and there is enough to fit 400 people in this ballroom. And even if they are limited to 25% capacity, that's still 100 people. That's a lot of people. This past event, we had 45 people. And there was so much room. We had a lot of room. There was no problem. So just so you know, right now I have 20 people signed up for the in-person part. So I'm hoping and crossing my fingers and praying that I have at least 20 more people sign up, because that's what I need to cover the cost of the food for reserving the room. So even with 40 people, or even 45 people, this ballroom is huge, and you can socially distance and wear a mask and wash your hands, and we'll have hand sanitizers all over the place. So the in-person is always so much more fun because there's nothing like being with everybody, right? So hi Arliss. So hi Kathy Miller. Hi Julie Bierschbach. So Julie's joining us. Kathy's joining us. Judy, Diane, awesome. All you girls are watching. So the in-person is going to be we're going to roll from one thing to the next. And what it's going to be is I have 4 creative presentations. 3 of them, I can say who they are. The 4th person is a guest, and I can't say who it is. It's top secret. I'm sure some of you may be able to figure that out. But I have Kelly Lamb doing a creative presentation on a stamp set bundle from the mini catalog, coupling it with the annual catalog. I have Jody Peterson, who's doing the art floral demonstration on how she's going to make some beautiful stuff, including using that gilded leafing. And I have the fabulous Gina Bulow, who is going to be featuring the ice cream corner suite of products. And we're going to show you how to use the Stamparatus. You know, if you are attending and you want ideas and you need help on certain things or elements in your business or being crafty, we need to know what those are so we can make sure that we have people present and teach on them. Hi, Elizabeth. And then I have one more special guest creative presentation from somebody who's very, very special. And she won't be live with us that day. She's going to be virtual because she's not going to be here locally. And she's going to be using, oh my gosh, the cactus medley. Okay. Sometimes we have a hard time using those medleys in our business. And I have tasked her with using she doesn't know this yet. I haven't told her, but she's going to be tasked with using the cactus medley and how to incorporate in your business and use it to run classes. So cool, okay? So 4 creative presentations that I will have an agenda, and they will be at certain times. So if you are an online attendee, you could log into Facebook at that time to watch them, or you can always catch the replay. Hi, Sue. I also have 2 training presentations, so geared towards people who want to work their business. I mean, not everybody wants to do that, so that's why I have 4 creative presentations, but I have 2 training presentations, one by our amazing Kelly Etchison, and then one by the fabulous Dina Rico. And again, those will be in an agenda that you'll know when, if you want to watch it live, because then you could comment and ask questions while we're doing it, and you could always catch the replay. There will be a Facebook group for anybody who registers for the event, and they will have access to this private Facebook group, and you will have access to these presentations for as long as Facebook's, as long as they let us have groups, right? So 6 presentations are included. Now, if you're in person, you'll see 5 of them live and 1 through my big TV. I carry my, I was going to say big ass TV up there. I do. I bring my TV from my living room and we set it up and we're going to watch 1 live, virtually. And then if you're, so if you're there, you're going to see 5 live and 1 online. And if you're an online attendee, you'll see all 6 of them on your phone, in your pajamas, at home, on your tablet, however you want to watch it. Totally up to you. Okay. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Dawn Funk. Okay, so we've covered that there's going to be 4 creative presentations, 2 training demonstrations or presentations. Okay, there's also going to be make and takes. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Well, Kathy says laughing out loud. I thought that was said hi. So my glasses, I'm like, I need to bring my phone closer to me so I can see better. But okay, make and takes. Okay. I have picked, I don't have my notebook in here. Oh, shoot. I picked 10 bundles / stamp sets from the new spring mini catalog. And so my make and takes are going to feature, hi Jennifer, bring on the fun, I know, right? Oh, Jennifer's going to be doing a display board, which I'll talk about in a little bit. So, and Kathy is too. Oh, hi Kelly Lamb. Even if you're not listening to Kelly and Dina will give you a fun electric charge. Absolutely, they are hoots, okay? Like hoots, like crazy. So even if you're not you'll be highly entertained, okay? So, make and takes. Reverse squirrel. Make and takes. 10 make and takes. So you guys know my style of stamping. If you've watched me in the past, you know I don't like just 2 layers and a little rhinestone. I like to doctor everything up and have lots of good stuff on my cards. And so I am going to be designing with 10 stamp sets in mind. And some have dies, some have punches, some don't. We'll incorporate other things in them. But if you're going to be in person, then from 10 until 2, which is over the lunch hour, you will have 4 hours to make the cards. And if you don't finish in that time, you have more time later on. But there'll be 10 make and take cards that you can use in your business to either if you want, you can send them out to people, or you can case them, you can use them in your business, you can use them to have classes, whatever you want to do with them. 10 make and takes though. And how I do it is the stamp set bundles are from the spring catalog, and then I try to incorporate and they're not sweet ones. They're always just stamps that don't incorporate a sweet. And then what I do is I try to tailor and bring in all the DSP and the ribbon and the embellishments from that catalog and incorporate them in the cards. So you're going to go home with 10 cards that are all using and featuring new spring catalog product. Okay, there's also going to be a sampler, and the sampler is a 9x9 sampler, and I'm pretty sure last year I built it into the price of the event, and I will keep it that way as well. So you get a little 9x9 sampler, and you'll put together a cool, awesome framed sampler project. Okay, if you're in person, again, you get to do that while you're there. I will have all the stamps, I'll have all the inks, I'll have Big Shot set up. You'll use my stuff just like if you're attending a class at my house. If you're not, though, you will get 10 make and take packages. I generally will have them in like one of those clear Stampin' Up cellophane bags. I think that's what Kathy and I did last year. Everything was in a bag. And then you would have to supply your own stamps, ink, and adhesive. Okay. And at the retreat in person though, you also bring your own adhesives. So you, if you're online though, and you want your cards to look exactly like me, what I will be doing is putting a list together of all the stamp sets that I have chosen and what you will need at home if you want them to look exact. Now, you might have something else that could be incorporated or used in place of what I use for stamps, and that's all right. You know, they're going to be your cards. I will never potentially see them unless you show them in the group that, hey, I made my cards, which is always exciting. So, make and takes. You're going to make them if you're in person. Otherwise, you'll get a packet of the make and take parts. So your pieces will include the paper. It'll include embellishments, rhinestone, whatever is used to make that card. It's going to be included in your package for your make and takes. Okay, so 10 make and takes, a sampler, 2 training presentations, 4 creative presentations. We're not done yet. Okay. Well, let me look at my list. Okay, you get a goodie bag. The value of the goodie bag is $50. Don't ask me what's in the goodie bag. That is going to be a surprise. For one, I don't know yet. And 2, I want it to be a surprise, right? Hi, Chris. Hi, Shar. Okay, so the goodie bag is going to be valued at $50. And I set it at $50 because that earns a Sale-a-Bration item, which I'm passing on to you. So the value of your goodie bag is actually not $50. It's going to be like $60 because I have an idea of what I want to do for the Sale-a-Bration item that everybody's going to get in their goodie bag, because basically what's in the goodie bag is going to be stuff that you can use on your make and takes, right? So that instead of just putting 3 little rhinestones in your envelope like we did last year, which was a hot mess of stuff, like if you lost them, you're going to get like strips of embellishments, okay? So your goodie bag is going to have lots of good product from the spring catalog. I just don't know what yet, okay? So goodie bag. About $60. Okay, we talked about make and takes. Pictures. Okay. Oh, wait, one more big thing that's a value of this event is the display boards. So I'm gonna have to see if I remember, but I think there's 9 suites, 8 suites. There's 8 suites, and then the cactus, the medley. I know that a couple gals are watching here. Jennifer's watching. Kathy was watching. I have to scroll back here. Kathy Miller and Jennifer Merle Hampshire, and then I think that might be it for on here. But I've got Kathy Beck, Sarah Simon, Michelle Heim. I've got gals lined up that have, Jay Shante, that have volunteered graciously to make beautiful display boards. So each person has a suite, and they've been tasked with the job of making a gorgeous display board with samples of cards, 3D projects, samplers, scrapbook page layouts, little anything that is cutesy and awesome with the product in that suite. And so what's going to happen is these display boards will be all around the ballroom, and each 8-foot table will have its own suite of products that they have used to make all these samples. And here, if you're in person, you're going to be able to take pictures of everything. Great, right? Well, if you're not in person, you're like, well, how am I going to see this? I want to see this. Well, Kelly Lamb is watching, and she is my marketing manager, and she is a professional photographer, and she will take a picture of absolutely every display board and close-ups of all the projects, and she creates albums in the Facebook group so that anytime throughout the year, you can go into each one of those albums and scroll through the pictures, and you're going to save a lot of pictures because these display boards are going to have the most amazing samples and ideas. So you're not going to go away without getting access to all the stuff that is shared in person. You're going to be able to see it online. So again, and she organizes it in a manner that you can go through the suites and look at all those individually. Okay, so pictures of all the display boards are going to be accessible to you even if you're not there in person. All right. Displays, we talked about that. Watching it live or catching the replay. So again, I had mentioned that this is going to be a Facebook group. So if you're virtual, you'll have to have Facebook and everything's going to be live at a certain time. And it'll be in the Facebook group, and you could watch it and comment, or you can catch replays. And just know that as long as Facebook keeps us allowing us to have groups like this, which I don't think it's going away anytime soon, you're going to have access to look at this stuff. So if you can't participate that weekend, just know that you can catch up and watch this great information later. Yes, you girls are already getting lots of ideas for your sweet displays. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, a couple other things. Swapping. So I have here a list. I'll flip this down. This is the registration form in case anybody wants to sign up for the event. There is a section down here for swapping. Okay, so you could do a 3D swap, holiday card swap, anything else, Sale-a-Bration, Case the Mini, and then shoebox swap. Okay, so I ran through those kind of fast because you guys can always find this information on my website. But how it would work is if you're in person, you're going to hand in your swap card, a swap card to me or at the registration table when you walk through to get registered. And then they're going to go up on a display board. And so you have all weekend to look at the swaps if you're in person. And if you're not in person, you can still participate in the swaps, but you would have to mail your swap cards to me ahead of time. And I believe I have that they need to arrive to me by the Wednesday before the event, which I think is the 6th. I'm not for certain, but that Wednesday before. So that in case they're a day late, I still get them on time. But then what I'm going to do is I will take your swaps up to the event and somebody will be a host swapper for you. And so they'll swap out your cards and then I'll get all the swaps back for you and your swaps will get mailed back with your goodie bag and your package when it comes, okay? So, all right, where are we at? 18. Okay, so you can participate in the swaps. You will have to pay for the postage to get them to me. And then that brings up another point about when you'll get your box. So you're going to get a FedEx priority box that is full of stuff, right? And so what I would do is put your swap cards in with your return package. So you can participate in swapping if you're not virtual. It's kind of like if you swap, like Kathy Miller, she helps spearhead Kelly's swap with our team and she has to have them in by a certain day and then they get mailed back. In this case though, you would just have to pay postage to get them to me and then I'll make sure I include them. Hopefully they all fit in your priority. I'm not so certain about the 3D swap though, girls. Honestly, if you're virtual, I don't know if I want anybody signing up for the 3D swap unless you're willing to pay for the extra postage, because I can imagine a priority box being full of 3D swaps. If there gets to be like 15 of them in there, we'd have to work something out because I don't have more than a box calculated into the price for the postage. Okay, so we'll work on it if you are wanting to do 3D and you're not local and you want to do the online. So I'm very flexible, but not like in a physical manner, but I can be accommodating. So, okay, so swaps. There's one other element to the swaps. So as they get turned in at registration time, we put them all up on a board and we number them per swap. So like, let's say there's 15 cards in swap, the holiday card. Then we number them 1 through 15 and people have up until a certain day or time to vote. And I don't remember when we have it, if it's Saturday night or Sunday morning, but we give prizes to the top chosen cards or 3D project. So like let's say there's 15 cards, we have everybody vote for their top 3 choices and we tally them, and then we give a prize to the winner. So if you're in person, that's great, but if you're not going to be in person and you want to do online, we're going to figure it out, and we're going to take a picture of the board, and you are going to be, it's probably going to go into the Facebook group, and you'll have a certain time to submit your vote to me via email or Kelly. Like if maybe I'll have it go to Kelly, but we want to include you in the voting, so you're not going to be left out of voting for swaps, and you can still participate. Now, if you're wondering what does the swap involve, this is where you guys need to go to. All of this is on my website, cardsbycrispy.com. Go to January 9th. So you got to toggle through my calendar to January. This is my book that I keep talking about. So I basically have everything spelled out on like what it's for, what it's about, what's included, registration amount, $150 in case you're wondering. It's a good deal. It really is what you're all getting. If you're going to be local with me in person, your meal selection. And then if you keep going to the end of my book, talks about swap deadline. You got to sign up by the 16th when registration is due. And then it talks about all the different swaps. So that if you do 3D swap, it has to use a new mini stamp set or a die and at least one new embellishment or designer series paper. The big thing about this, girls, I'm going to be completely 110% honest with you. The biggest hiccup that people have is that people don't use Stampin' Up! Clear envelopes. And I know that might sound crazy, but we're Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. We sell the clear envelopes, and it's in the rules that it's a Stampin' Up! Envelope. So if you choose not to use a Stampin' Up! Envelope, you're probably going to be asked to take it off and like put it on your next card. Honestly, like we need to use our products. So the other thing too is not stamping on the back of your card, using a Post-it note or a slip of paper in your clear Stampin' Up! Envelope. So, I mean, that's about it. You do have to, excuse me, you do have to, I'm going to flip back down. You do have to make sure that you follow the guidelines. Like in case of Sale-a-Bration swap, you need to use a Sale-a-Bration stamp set. In the anything else swap, you have to use a mini stamp set, not Sale-a-Bration. No retired product, no carryover stuff from the holiday catalog, unless it is in fact carried over. So like, I said that bad. There's a few products from the holiday catalog that are carrying over, and you can use them as long as they're going to be, they're carried over. There's a few things. So if you really want all the details, I don't want to spend all the time right now going through the swaps, but it's all in there. And I mean, there's not going to be crazy amounts of swaps, guys. I think at this point, the most I have signed up is 7. Out of 32 people who have registered, I have 7 for one card, 3 for the 3D. I have maybe 5 for one, 4 for another, and I will cap it. Like when it gets to be like 16 to 18 to potentially 20, we'll call it and say, okay, that's it. Like no more than that. So you don't have to think, I have to make 100 of something. No, that's way too much. Okay, hopefully that answers your question on swaps. So let's go back to the package real quick. So you're probably wondering, yes, thanks for sharing, Sharon. Yes, Jennifer, we are our best customer, and we should be buying our clear envelopes from ourselves and using them for our swaps for Stampin' Up's like product swaps. So, okay. All right, the package. So you guys know when I do my online classes, I ship out the card kits prior to class. Well, it's not going to work that way with this event. I don't even want to think about that. Like if my focus is going to be getting to the event, getting everything good, and you guys are going to win prize patrols, and everybody's going to get different things throughout the weekend too, like attendance gifts. And what I did, and it worked really well last year, is for the people who did, I had 4 people that did the event online last year. And what we did is we had a box set up for them in the room, and as prize patrols were won or as attendance prizes were given out, we put them in their box, and their make and take packet went in their box, and stuff just went into the box. And so then we were done Sunday, by Monday or Tuesday, I popped the boxes with everything in the mail to them. And that's going to work great. And I know that a lot of you potentially want to stamp with us, but it just won't work so good to mail the packages out beforehand. So packages will be mailed like right after the event, and then you'll get happy mail. So like Kathy, when I was talking to her, she's planning that she's going to save the next weekend and devote the next weekend to do the make and takes, watch the lives, and basically follow the agenda, but the following weekend. So super cool, right? You can make it work. So what's going to be in your box will be, if you did swaps, your prize patrol. Everybody's going to win prize patrol. It's kind of like a Stampin' Up OnStage event, right? You'll have your picture frame. You'll have your make and takes. You'll have your little attendance gifts that I have for you. So anything that goes in your box will be sent out right after. So I hope that explains that. And you can plan for it. I know that sometimes, like, if you don't know that, it's uncertainty, right? So the agenda. So once I have a firm number and all the people who are participating come December 17th, I will put a firm agenda together, and that will be sent to everybody. I'm not saying I'm sending it on the 17th. I'm just saying that after I know who's all signed up, I'll create an email group and I will share the agenda with everybody probably that week. And if you're coming in person, you can print off the agenda. And if you're not going to be in person, you're going to be online, you can still print off the agenda to have at home, so you know when the presentations will be. So there will be an agenda. What I'm going to work on in the next week or so is formulating a little, like, some of the stuff, like what stamp sets are used, and because we can pre-order from the mini catalog on December 1st. So I'll put together a blurb about what's being used in my make and take, so that in case you want to order, you can. But just remember, the event is the 9th and the 10th, and you're going to be getting your boxes by the following, like the end of that week. So you could wait and order some stuff in January. So like Kathy said, oh, I'll order a little bit in December and I'll order a little bit in January, so it splits it out a little bit. Hi, Jean Benson. Hi, Peggy. Okay, you guys doing okay? We're almost done, I promise. So I just wanted to get through. And you guys, I haven't seen any questions coming through from anybody watching. Hi, Aunt March. Hi, Brenda. So if you guys have questions about this event while I'm doing this, you can definitely reach out and write a message and I'll try to answer it. Okay, so we talked about the agenda. There's also going to be a raffle. And you're going to ask me, how are you going to do a raffle? So I have selected 10 things that I'm going to include in the raffle, and they're all valued between $25 and $33. 10 things, right? Okay, so if you're in person, great, right? You can pay for the raffle tickets, you can put your name in whatever buckets you want, all's hunky-dory, it's cool. Now, Kathy was telling me, though, that she's going to do this online, but she would participate in the raffle. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the like a pre-offer to the online attendees. I'm going to tell them the prize packages that are available, and the tickets are like $1. I don't remember what they are. Maybe $2 for one, $5 for three, or something. I don't know. I can't remember. There's so many things to remember. That's just one I don't always remember. But what I would do is put together a little offer for those people who are online, so they could pre-buy raffle tickets, right? So if they want to buy 10 tickets, and then they can tell me what bucket they want them in, and I'll put them in. And my plan for the raffle is to do it live on the Facebook Live, so that people that are online can watch it go down as it's happening. And then if you do get raffle tickets, you could rank the things that you want. Like, first I want this, second this, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and 10th. So if it gets to be like that, oh, the fifth prize is being won, and it's going to somebody who's online, we know what's left and we know what is next on their list, right? So it might take a little bit to manage that, but you guys, I got it. I'm going to have a lot of good help that day, and so we can make it happen. So just know then that for the online attendees, you could definitely participate in the raffle. And if you win, that will be in your box. That will go afterwards as well. So, all right. Lastly, again, I started with this COVID, and I'm going to end with the COVID. I can't tell you what's going to happen with COVID. But I know that if you sign up to be online, and you're going to stay online probably, most likely, the question would come up is if you register for it to be in person and you decide you can't make it. That's fine. I would just ask that. So here's how I have this going on. The reason that the price is the same for if you're online versus in person is because I have budgeted $25 for food for each person if you're in person. And if you're online, the box to mail is going to be about $23 for that priority with the weight and all that. So I know that. So basically, let's say I've budgeted $25 for mailing, excuse me, and $25 for in person. So if you, and I'm banking on, I have to have so many people, and I'm just being really honest here with you. If I need to have so many people to have the ballroom like pay for itself because it's based off of expense for food, I need about 40 people in person to cover that expense. And if you sign up to be in person and you cancel the in-person, you can cancel the being in person. You can't cancel, like once you pay, like you're getting the event, but you would switch to be online. And then I would just ask that you reimburse me for the shipping to ship your package to you. I think that's fair. Just so it doesn't mean that you're flexible, right? I said that I can work with you and very accommodating, but I just also don't want to be out and paying out of my pocket for an event that I have all good intentions with everybody just creating and having fun. And, I don't want to be negative in the whole either. So, and I'm trying to, if I have to make decisions about having half the ballroom because we only have 20 people in person, that's stuff I will figure out. And that's why I ask you guys to RSVP early, because I do need to make decisions on this amount of space I'm going to need. And if I really am only going to have 20 people in person, I don't need this huge giant ballroom for us to have this event in. I could ask the Hilton if I could cut it in half. But if I really am going to have 40 people, I need that space. So I know registration isn't until December 16th, but I know that's like a month out yet, right? So, and that just kind of leaves it to the last minute. And I did that because I know some people need to make decisions closer, to Christmas because things come up. But if by any means you can register early for this, I really do truly appreciate it because it will help me with my planning of the size of the space I need. I mean, in all honesty, if I keep it at 20 people, I could have the event very easily in my new hive and not necessarily be socially distancing, but people could wear masks, and I can easily fit 20 people around the tables that are going to be my hive. I'd set my garage up with all the display boards, and I'd set my mudroom up with the food. So I have a space. I have, you guys, I have like 2,000 square feet that I could have this event in myself if I know it's only going to be 20 people, right? So work with me, help me out. I'm trying to gauge to have the most successful event that I possibly can, and that can be made possible with you guys helping me by knowing who wants to do what, like now. So, I mean, in the next week or two. So, okay. I don't know. Again, I can't tell you what January is going to bring. And nobody can, right? So, I hope that covers all the kind of questions in a nutshell. I primarily did this to help kind of explain what to expect if you're in person versus an online attendee for my event. Regardless, the cost is $150. If you pay cash, check, Venmo, PayPal, friends and family. If you go through my website and do the payment, it charges a $5 convenience fee because basically that's what my website charges for using a credit card. And so that is not built into the price of the event. So that would be why it's $155. And again, you get a $50 goodie bag, all the make and takes, all the ideas, inspiration. So this is like an OnStage, in my eyes, this is like an OnStage meets a girlfriend's crafting retreat. And so it's going to be fun, regardless if you're there or at home or wherever you are. So awesome. On that note, I think that's it for now. I'm going to actually take this Facebook video and I'm going to embed it into my website for this event, so that if you're looking through the, I call it my book, that you'll see a link here that you can always refer back to this video if in case it makes more sense. So Tracy, oh my gosh, so Tracy signed up. So, and of all the people that are watching right now, Tracy signed up, Kathy Miller is signed up, Jennifer signed up, Diana signed up, Kelly Lamb is going to be there. She's going to be my she's like my she's like half of my head probably. Who else is on here? Oh, Judy Immel and Dawn Funk was watching earlier. And I think that's about everybody. So like right there is a chunk of people that are going to be attending, and they will all vouch for you that a lot of them were there at the event in January, and it's a lot of fun. So again, if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I don't care whose team you are on, you are more than welcome to attend this event. It's all about sharing creativity and inspiring others. If you're not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, now's a good time to join because you can come to this event and have a lot of fun in person or virtually. But and signing up to be a demonstrator is a really good deal on December 1st because you can put items from the new spring mini catalog into your cart, yay, for your starter kit. Okay, all right. If you guys have any questions, so I want you there hoping things work out. Yes, otherwise Elizabeth will be virtual. Oh wait, hoping things work out schedule wise. Yes, Elizabeth, I hope you can attend in person again. It will be awesome. So, on that note, you guys know you can always reach out to me. I know I seem really busy, and I'm a busy person, but I always have time for you guys. So if you ever have questions, text me, call me, email me, Facebook message me. You can get a hold of me. So if I miss it, I'll return your call. So, all right, guys, on that note, have a good Friday night. Good rest of your weekend. Love you. Sunshine, hugs, happiness, big hugs, all the above. We'll see you Monday night for Paper Pumpkin. Bye, guys.